Okay, so next steps. Now, there's lots of different moving parts to a WordPress site, but we're going to start with sort of the core of where WordPress started, which is the blog. So there are a couple of ways when you're using the Divi theme that you can create a blog post. We're going to start by using the Divi builder, and then we'll do another one that is just a simple WordPress site. So for this one, you're going to come to your dashboard, you're going to go to post, you're going to hit add new. And then we are going to create the blog. So you're going to start with the title, and this is the title I already have set up. I've created a video blog in this case and a transcription of that video, and so that's what we're going to be putting in. Now there's a few different pieces here that you can do. So you've got the Divi builder, you've got the default editor. You've got a little more option with the Divi builder, which is one of the reasons that we like it, but the default editor works fine, and it's very user-friendly. So in this section, now you're going to see readability is very poor. We use a plugin called Yoast to track some of that information. As the blog is now empty, we don't have enough words in order to make the plugin happy. Permalinks is where your actual link to your blog post will be, and so you're going to have a URL that is going to have, WordPress starts here at the end of it because that's the title once it's published. Categories is another section, so we've got a couple of categories here. We're going to choose Divi Basics, and it will show up under that category on the page or in a search. Tags has to do with the content of your blog. Now, the video that I created was just a little video on making sure you know where to sign in, how to always find the login for your WordPress site. And so I'm just going to put WordPress for right now. And as you hit enter, it will automatically create that tag. I never recommend doing more than one category, but you can put multiple tags. It helps with people searching. The other item is the feature image, and that is the image that not only appears at the top of your blog, but often gets picked up when someone shares your blog. So it's a really important feature. And so you can set that here. If you click on this, I created a new one, so I'm just going to show you. I go into select files. In my case, I've set something here so it's easy to find, but you just find the file you want in your computer, hit open. I would put an alt text, and in this case, I'm just using the same thing that the image is named, but you can call it whatever you like. That makes sense to you and what you're trying to do. But I would definitely fill that in at each occasion that you add a new image. So set feature image, then it's going to appear here, and that's the image that will share. I'm going to save that draft. WordPress and Divi do some automatic saves. If you get pushed out for some reason, it will. You won't lose everything. You might lose the last minute or two that you have been working. But get in the habit of saving frequently. That's going to save you a lot of heartache in the long run. Okay, so now we're going to actually hit use Divi Builder. And it's going to come up with a couple of choices. Let's give it a second. You can use pre-made. If you already have something, if you already have a Divi post made, you can just use pre-made and pick the one that's already in place. I don't have one in place yet. We're going to build this from scratch. Okay. And so once you get here, you're going to see you've got your sidebar, you've got your feature image in place, but you don't have any information yet. And so I'm going to pick a simple square. It's going to come up with a bunch of different elements. So I'm going to pick text. And there it is. And here you go. So it's got some basic text in there. I'm just going to save this for a minute because the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to divide up the information that we've got. So I'm going to put a little intro here, and then I'm going to put a video. So I'm going to type video. It's going to come up with this. You can see the Divi theme. We'll just get rid of that. I've already got the URL for the YouTube video that I have put up, and I'm going to insert from the URL. So I'm going to put it right there. Here is the video, and I'm going to insert that into the post. And down here, you can see it's already showed up. Down here, you can also generate an overlay image. So it'll generate an image based usually on the thumbnail that's in YouTube if you're using a YouTube video. And you'll see that over top of the video is a little play button, and you have some control over that. You can actually go into here, and the play icon, you can choose another color so that it shows up a little bit better. And that can be any color that you wish. So I'm just going to hit Save Changes. And then at the bottom, I'm going to add a new section. It's going to be text. And I have a transcription of the video. Now, it's not a pretty transcription. It's just a straight transcription. But I'm going to put that in here. And you can see how simple that is. So you have the content, you have the video. This is going to be, you click on that little gear, this comes up. I always recommend actually editing in this box and not directly on there. You can, but if you hit a wrong key or you end up with a strange outage, or you get kicked out for any reason, it can get a little wonky. And so I generally just come straight into here and edit whatever you want to edit. So I'm just going to put, great heading on the top here. And then you're going to make this probably heading 2. You want to use some of these different headings in order to send signals to the search engines about the kind of content that is on this page. The search engine can't read the image except for the alt image description that you've put in, and they can't read the video. So you need to give them some extra pointers on what the topics might be. So I'm just going to leave that there. So you can see that shows up a little more prominently. And then when you look at this, it's just a solid block of text. And especially since most of us are looking at mobile now instead of your phone, it can be a little dense to look at. So this is another place where you're going to want to insert some headings. There might be a list, and you can make it bullet point, or it can just be a phrase that you might want to emphasize, right? Key phrase. And then again, we clicked out. If you find you've clicked out, because I just did what I told you not to and edited inside, I'm going to go in here. You're going to find the key phrase, and then you're going to turn that into another heading. So there you go. Page 3, can clean that up. Obviously, the ums and the different things that are part of any conversation, you're going to want to get rid of in your transcription. But I'll clean that up afterwards for these purposes, just to give you an idea of the type of divisions that can make it a little easier on your, this one we're actually going to make another heading just because, just the things that are going to make it a little easier on your reader's eye and make it easier for them to digest on a small device. And so I'm just going to highlight this, and you can look at the top and see you have an option for a quote. And so that's going to give another view of an element on your blog. So all of these different things just make it a lot more pleasant for your reader when they are going through the information that you're providing. So, and that's it. Just going to hit save. And then you're going to come up here and actually right here, you're going to save draft. If you are comfortable with what you've done, you can hit publish. I'm going to go ahead and publish, even though this needs some cleanup, so that you can see what it looks like. So, and then I'm going to change this to exit because we're in the visual builder. And now we have a video blog. All right, so you can play the blog. Hi there. Okay, so there we go. And everything that was in that little video blog is also written here as well. And so that is the basics of what you need to do if you're going to go ahead and enter new blogs onto your site, which I highly recommend.